That movie, fuck. That movie was a lot, okay? Okay, I don't know where to start. There's so many things to talk about. Okay, I just want to say, first of all, I'm gonna be talking spoilers, obviously. So, like, if you haven't watched the movie, don't watch this. Just wait until you see the movie. I don't want you to be spoiled. I think everyone needs to go watch the movie in theaters, unspoiled, if you can. It's just way better that way. I went unspoiled, thank God. There's just so much to fucking say. First of all, overall, I think the movie was good. I liked the plot. I liked the characters and how they interacted with each other. I liked how, like, there was so much going on, but they made it flow so well. The script was, like, it was, like, perfect, you know? It was as good as it's gonna get, considering how many characters and everything that's going on. So I loved the plot. I thought that was fun. And the only problem I really have is that I wish it would have been a little bit more dramatic during some scenes, especially during some death scenes. I feel like they moved on too fast, which is, I mean, it's understandable considering there's so many things going on. They can't just, like, stay on one thing, but I wish they would have just let us, like, bathe in, like, sadness during some death scenes, you know, like Gamora's scene. I think that we could have just, like, stayed a little, you know, like, it moved on too fast, and especially with, I told y'all, did I not tell you guys that Loki was gonna die? I'm kind of in denial. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I'm kind of in denial that he died, because I have my own theories on why I don't think he's actually dead, but he probably is. But, like, I'm accepting of the fact that he's, like, dead, but at the same time, I'm, like, kind of hopeful that he isn't. And it has to do with, like, my theory on everyone dying, basically, the people who got dusted away. Like, I think that they're trapped in the Soul Stone, and obviously Tony, hold on, there's something going on in my head. I think Tony needed to stay alive for a reason, and Doctor Strange saw that in order for them to win. And I don't necessarily know what win means. I think what's probably going to happen in the next one is, like, Tony's gonna, like, figure something out in order to get the people out of the Soul Stone, the people who got dusted away. I think they're trapped in the Soul Stone. Tony's gonna figure something out to get them out, and for a way to get them out of the Soul Stone. And then I don't know if Tony's gonna end up dying, if Steve's gonna end up dying. I don't know. Like, there's so many things that could happen. The thing that I like about this movie is that it was so, anything you thought that would happen, it just, like, it did it times 10, you know? Like, people had so many theories, and maybe your theory was right, but there was also more to it that we didn't even, like, see coming. And I really liked how how shocking it was. I don't know. I honestly, I left the movie theater as soon as the movie ended. I just sat there staring at the screen, and I was just like I had no words. I didn't know what to say. There was nothing I could say, and that's why I'm like, I don't know what to say right now, because there's nothing I can say to, like, because it's just so fucking crazy what happens, and it's just so, like, unbelievable, and I don't know if I believe it, but I think that's the point. I think in the next movie there's something more. There's something gonna happen, because I don't think all of them are dead. I think they're just probably in this, like, purgatory kind of place inside the Soul Stone. I don't know, dude. And I think in the next movie, Tony and Steve will die, because if you look at it, the people who didn't die, it's basically the original Avengers, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I know a lot of you maybe don't like Loki, but Loki's my favorite character of all of Marvel, and I need to talk about it. I need to talk about his death scene and how much I disliked it. I don't dislike the fact that he died. I know I had it in my head that he was going to die, and I'm, like, totally okay with him dying. I just don't like the way that he died, because it doesn't make sense to me that he would pull what he did. It doesn't make sense that he would try to trick Thanos, but then just use a tiny little knife, because if anyone knows Thanos' power, it's Gamora and Loki, because they have both interacted with him, and especially Gamora, of course, but Loki too, because, like, Thanos literally made him do the New York thing. So it doesn't make sense that Loki would take that risk. He knows Thanos' power without the Infinity Stone. So why would he? Like, it doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make sense. And I don't like the little trick he tried to pull, and that's why I kind of am in denial that he's actually dead. Like, that's just not the way that he should have died. If he is actually dead, it isn't the way that he should have died, and I don't agree with it, okay? I don't at all. I hate it so much. And I knew it was gonna happen the first fucking 20-15 minutes. I said it, I called it. I was like, in the first 20 minutes Loki's gonna die, and it was literally like less than 10 minutes, and I went the whole movie like it happened, and I was just in denial. I was like, no, that's not the way he's gonna die. And then he just like never came back, obviously, and I was just like I couldn't. I knew it was gonna fuck up the whole movie for me. I knew it, because I knew he was gonna die in the beginning, and I was like, how am I gonna go the rest of the movie knowing my favorite died? Not only did Loki die, but then Bucky ended up dying. So those are two of my favorites of all time. And then Gamora is my favorite Guardian. I think she's for sure dead. I want to talk about her death scene as well. I think Gamora is for sure dead, as well with Loki. I don't think they're gonna come back, because they actually died. They didn't get dusted away like the other characters. So I think Gamora and Loki are actually dead. Which sucks, because they're both my favorites, but I mean, what can I do? I don't know. It's just so much, and I mean, another thing I don't like about Loki's death is how they make Loki seem like a background character, like he doesn't really mean anything or doesn't add anything to the story, which isn't true, because he's literally the reason why the Avengers got together in the first Avengers movie. That he's literally the reason. He started it all. So I don't like how they would just throw him away like that. And I think ever since after Avengers, they kind of threw him away like his character meant nothing, but that's so untrue. And he brought so many things to the movie. He literally is why the Avengers got together. And so I don't like how they make him a background character and make him seem like he doesn't mean anything, because he does. And that's why I don't like his death scene, because it was just meaningless, and I understand from the storytelling point of view that the reason why they wrote it like that was to show the audience right away how merciless Thanos is, and how, he's just he doesn't care, because he's this big bad guy. But later in the film, he shows many characters mercy, and he lets a lot of them live, like Tony. And he's a very emotional villain, actually, which I liked, but it doesn't make sense that they tried to show him as this big badass in the beginning, but then later on switch it up. I don't know if that makes sense, but I understand they tried to make him seem like he was badass from the beginning, but then later he's just very emotional, kind of showing mercy kind of villain. And then you're like, so what? For me, I'm pissed off, because why did they need to kill Loki? They had nothing. They didn't want Loki part of the story anymore. They just wanted to get rid of him right away, and I didn't like that, because he could have added a lot more to the movie. He could have been helping Thor. He could have been the one who went to New York and told Tony and Doctor Strange and everybody, what was going on. Because also, another thing was, I don't understand why Bruce remembered everything about Thanos, because in the past films, when he turns back from Hulk into Bruce, he doesn't remember what happened. So why would he know everything about Thanos when he turns back into Bruce? That just didn't make sense to me. I was just like, why does he know all of this when he doesn't? It's not consistent with his character in the other films, if that makes sense. So, and then plus they didn't even show Black Panther a lot, and he had maybe 3 scenes. Why? I don't understand. Why did they not give him the proper credit? And I don't know. And they just did a lot of characters dirty. But that's why, I know they're doing them dirty right now, because I believe in the next one they're going to patch it up. But right now, I'm in distress, and I honestly am in denial throughout the whole movie. For the whole movie, I'm in denial. I'm like, that didn't happen like that. But it happened, and I don't know, it's so confusing. I really like that's why I'm conflicted. I really like the movie, but there's so many things about certain characters that they did and I don't agree with. But then again, it's maybe in the next movie they're gonna patch it up and it'll be okay, but then it probably won't be okay because the other characters are gonna die, and it's just so much going on. It's just so much, so fucking much. But I loved the movie. I really did. It was just so different. It's just so, I loved it. I just had certain, I really wish that the more scenes were more dramatic. I really wish they didn't do Loki dirty like that. I really wish there was more Black Panther. But what I did like, I loved, was the credit they gave Doctor Strange, because I think Doctor Strange is one of the most underrated Avengers. I don't know if he's an Avenger, right? I don't know. He's one of the most underrated characters, as well as with Thor. So I loved how they gave them, like, they're the ones who did the most in the movie, and I love that because they deserved more credit, and especially Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Vision are probably 3 of the most like powerful characters that we have in Marvel right now. And of course Thanos, but I mean like on the Avengers side. So like I think the fact that they finally gave Doctor Strange the credit and they showed off all his powers and everything, I loved that. I loved that a lot, and it's amazing because he's one of my favorites. Along with Thor, because a lot of people didn't like Thor, and listen, all you bitches who are like, Thor's my favorite Avenger, like, fuck you. Thor was my favorite Avenger back in the first Thor movie when everyone hated him. Everyone thought he was the most useless Avenger. Like, I loved him. Captain America, Thor, and Doctor Strange are my favorites. I don't know if Doctor Strange is an Avenger. I don't really know if you guys consider him an Avenger, but whatever. Captain America and Thor are my favorite. So for all you bitches who are now saying that he's your favorite, I've been here since the beginning. No, but I love that they finally gave him the credit. I loved everything that they did with those characters, specifically. It's just a lot. There's a lot. That's all I can say is that there's a lot, because there is a lot. And I don't know which way they're gonna go next in the next movie. They can go so many different. They could go so many ways. They can kill off all those characters. They can kill off the original Avengers. They can. I mean, I don't understand what happened with Thanos at the end. I think he got injured, right? From like, it was too powerful even for him, which I don't know if that's in the comics or not. I always thought he was just powerful enough to do that. And I found it weird, but I appreciated the fact that they made Thanos a very emotional kind of villain, because it made you kind of conflicted, because I remember he was talking about why he wants to commit genocide, basically, but when he's talking about it, it kind of like you kind of think like maybe he has a point, but it's like he's also like not. I mean, it's not. I don't know. Like the way he talks about it, I kind of was like, maybe he has a point, but also like he doesn't need to take it out in this way. I don't know. I feel like I was very conflicted with Thanos, but I did appreciate how they made him a very emotional kind of villain and showed that he has emotions and like his love for Gamora or whatever. I really liked that, because I thought this whole time, I thought he was gonna be a very like just a villain who just fucking smashed everyone in and was like, fuck you, I thought he was like gonna be that kind of villain, but they showed a different side to him, which I thought was really, really good. And I think that he's probably one of the best villains that Marvel has had, considering all the other villains fucking suck ass. They showed different dimensions to Thanos, which I really appreciated, considering it took fucking 18 movies, 19 movies to build up to this. But at the same time, yeah, I did have problems with the movie not being more dramatic. I wanted to be more emotional. Maybe the next one will be more emotional, but I really wish it was just more like gut wrenching. Like the only gut wrenching part to me was when Loki died, because he's my favorite. I hate that they fucking showed that he choked him out. I absolutely hate that scene. I absolutely hate it. Like it hurts me. Like it replays in my head. Ever since I saw that, it's been replaying in my head, and I hate it so much, because it's like, it's just so like, I don't know, but like, I don't know. But that scene was gut wrenching to me. I think another scene was I think they could have made Gamora's scene a little bit more gut wrenching, but it was sad. I did actually like kind of tear up. But also when Peter starts freaking out because he's gonna die, and he goes to Tony, and he's like, that scene was one of the best scenes. I think that scene was one of the best scenes, just because of Tom Holland's acting, and Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.'s acting was just, they're amazing together, and I loved how emotional it was, and it was just like, that part was really, really hard to watch too, you know? Oh, that scene, like, I was tearing up. Before that scene, I was tearing up, and then, like, as soon as he says, I don't feel so good, like, my tears just started fucking pouring, and I was like, fuck, dude, they're all gonna die! And then it just ends, basically, and then the audience was so quiet, everyone was just like, what the fuck just happened? And like, I don't know. I love the movie, but I hate it at the same time. Like, I love it because it was good, and I love it. I don't know. I really like it, and I'm more accepting of it as right now than I was last night. Because last night, if I would have made this video, I would have had a whole different things to say. Because I was literally just like, I wrapped myself in a ball, and I was like, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But I loved it, and I mean, I really wish they gave Captain America more scenes. I feel like he wasn't really, I don't know. And I also didn't like how when because Bucky was the first one to get dusted away or whatever, Steve didn't like even get emotional towards Bucky dying. Like, I understand there's so many things going on, he was confused and blah blah blah, but like, that's his best friend dying basically, and he didn't have any emotions towards that. So I didn't like that. I thought that was weird. I also wish they put more, like, a lot of the trailer, honestly, a lot of the scenes that were in the trailer, I'm sorry, a lot of the scenes in the movie were in the trailer, which I honestly didn't like. I don't know if that's the studio's fault or if that's my fault for, like, watching the trailer, but, like, I feel like they put a lot of scenes in the trailer, which kind of, like, I was, like, watching the movie, and I was like, this is literally the whole trailer, so I don't know, I didn't like that. Fuck, I had another point, I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I have so many. I genuinely do have so many more things to say. It's just like, I have to go scene by scene by, like, all my thoughts on that. But I overall, I genuinely think the movie was good, and I'm very happy with how it came out. I just wish it was more dramatic and more pausing, because, like, something would happen and then right away it was the next scene, and then something would happen again and then it's the next scene. And I understand there's so many things going on and there's a time limit, but it's like, just give us a second, just give me a moment, because right when Loki died, I couldn't focus on the next scenes. Like, the next scenes were actually had jokes and everything, and I just couldn't. I was, like, just so traumatized. I was like, I can't believe this. Like, it was just so fucking crazy, but honestly so fucking good. I'm not gonna lie with you guys, it was really good. And I think, I don't know. The movie was great, and I had it's an experience, and honestly is. But yeah, so basically my theories as of right now are that the ones who got dusted away are stuck in the Soul Stone, and somehow in the next movie they're going to be saved by Tony, because Thanos pointed out that he knew Tony because of his knowledge. They both have knowledge, and I'm pretty sure that's why Doctor Strange made sure that Tony survived no matter who else died, because Tony's gonna be the one who solves everything, because he's Tony. So I like that, and I think that's gonna be a key part in the next movie. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. Steve holding Thanos's arm, because that was in the trailer, but I feel like it wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be in the movie. It just, like, very quick the way it was in the trailer. Anyways, I still think that has some meaning in it. I don't know what meaning. I haven't connected anything, but I feel something that is something, because Thanos was, like, twisting time at the same time as reality in order to fight the ones that were coming at him, like Black Widow and Falcon. But Captain America was one of the ones who was able to stop it, and I think that is something right there. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. Maybe I'm just making myself think that, but there was something there that wasn't explained in this movie, but will hopefully be explained in the next movie. Same thing with Tony and Thanos knowing him. There's more to that. There's a lot more. And this movie honestly probably leaves you with more questions than anything else, but it's like very interesting because you don't know where they're gonna go next. Because they can literally do anything. I mean, look what they did with this movie. You know, a lot of people, I didn't expect it. I mean, I had so many theories going in. I had so many theories about like every character, what's gonna happen with every character, and then basically like some things did actually happen. But even though some theories did happen, like it was like so many other things that I did not expect. So like, props to the Russo brothers. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Props to them. Props to like them taking risks. I feel like this was a really risky movie. I do think Loki and Gamora and Heimdall are permanently, I think they're permanently dead. The ones who got dusted away are probably gonna come back somehow in the next movie, saved by Tony. That's what I think. Yeah, it was just really crazy. I've only really seen positive reviews of the movie, so I think like it was pretty good. It was pretty good, especially everything that was at stake and everything that was happening, you know. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I want to show you guys my shirt that I got. Wait, can you see it? The sun is blocking. Look at my shirt. I love it. That's basically all I can say right now. I mean, I know I rambled on a lot. My fucking thigh hurts. Overall, good movie. I wish Loki had more scenes. I wish he would have stayed alive. I really wish he could have, you know, either joined Thanos and then later betrayed him, and then Thanos overpowers him and kills him later on in the movie. Or I really wish Loki could have stayed with Thor and they could have worked together to do something, and then Loki died later. I just feel like Marvel wanted to end his story right away, and so they did it really fast, and it didn't make sense to fans like me. Like it didn't make sense, and I know I'm being biased because he's my favorite, but like, I mean, he's my fucking favorite. Obviously, I'm gonna be talking about him. I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like the Bucky and Steve not even like being emotional towards Bucky dying. But I did. Not that I liked it, but I understand Gamora's death, and I appreciated that they showed that Thanos loved her, even though I'm not necessarily sure that he did love her. But I don't know, because considering everything he did to her, it was a lot. But I'm basically sort of happy, besides, you know, certain character deaths, like Loki. I don't think he's dead. I'm in denial the whole fucking movie, but I'm in denial, but I'm also accepting it, if that makes sense, because I'm accepting because I know it's gonna be undone in the next movie with some characters, but I'm also in denial because it was just so fucking much, and it's just like, holy fucking shit. I don't know. This movie is literally gonna take over my life. Like, I literally dreamt about it last night. I've been thinking about it all day. I've been reading theories. I've been tweeting about it. I've been like everything, and it's just like that's all I have to say. Like, there's just so much to fucking say. This man is staring at me, screaming in the car. But anyways, like, I don't know. It's just like, he's like right next to me. It's just fucking crazy, and like, I'm embarrassed on this guy's like, what the fuck is this? I need to stop doing my movie reviews in like parking lots, because people just stare at me. I ever look crazy, but like, I am fucking crazy right now. I can't believe it. Anyway, sorry, I've been rambling on for too long, but I love them. I love the movie. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. You should see it. I don't know why you watch this video if you haven't seen it. Please watch it. And I'm gonna go rewatch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna rewatch it just to like process again, just to process everything, because the first time you ever watch something, you're very like, I mean, the whole day yesterday I had anxiety, like, and then it was like an hour, 2 hours before the movie I was gonna go watch it, and I literally just like showered, redid my hair, like did my makeup, and I was just like pacing around my living room, like my whole house. I was just walking around my whole house because I had so much anxiety for the movie. Like, that's how serious I take this movie. Like, I love this movie I love Marvel with all my heart. I was just like pacing. I had so much anxiety. I was like, oh my god, like all my favorites are gonna die. And I mean, I wasn't wrong. All my favorites did end up fucking dying. I mean, I love the movie. I need to go watch it again just to like, yeah, reprocess it, because I had like so much anxiety, and I was just like reacting to everything like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and I was just like, I was so annoying in the movie theater. Not really, but I wasn't annoying. I wasn't like the one who was like screaming or anything, but I was also like, I kept saying like, oh my god to everything. Like that one part when because I thought Thanos was gonna kill Loki like straight away, but he didn't like, because Loki was like, oh, we have a Hulk, and then Hulk came out, and I literally was like, oh my god. And my friend was like, yeah, you literally screamed, and I was like, I'm sorry. But I need to watch the movie again, but I loved the movie, but I hated it at the same time just because it was just so fucking much. I don't know. I need to reprocess it again, and I need to just like look at the details and look at everything, and just, it was a great movie, and I can't wait for the next one. And there's so many shit that can happen now, considering everything that they did in this movie. I don't know. I'm honestly blown away. Like, I don't know what to say. I loved it, but I hated it, and I think everyone else basically does too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know I have much more to say that I just can't say right now because like I'm forgetting, but like I'm pretty sure I covered everything. I just thank you guys for watching me. If I want to make like an update video, like my second review of Infinity War, I'll do that. I don't think my views are gonna change much. I think the movie was good, and I think nothing can change that. Maybe just rewatching it again will make me appreciate some certain things more that I didn't notice the first time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Actually, like I really want to know what you guys think, even as like, especially like, I mean, the overall movie, and especially like certain character deaths. Like I want to know what you guys are thinking as well, because that's all I've been doing today is reading other people's theories and like opinions on it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now. I'm gonna go cry for the rest of the fucking day, basically, because that movie just is fucking impacted my life so hard. Anyways, okay, I gotta go. I need to stop. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.